So as you can see, I've dabbled in making lures for a while now. I also make flies for fly fishing. But yeah, these were the first two that I've ever made. As you can see, the scales on that kind of, I messed them up trying to carve scales into it because it's pine wood and it chips a lot. This one's pine wood as well, but I didn't go aggressive and try to do scales on it. And I'm happy with the way they came out for being my first two lures ever made. So I'm gonna try to make a Pondie from Sea of Thieves into a lure and try to catch probably a smallmouth bass on it, because it's bass season now and it is time to get fishing. All right, I have my Pondie glued down with a little bit of super glue. Not a lot, hopefully. But yeah, time to use the sander to get this all sanded down. Well, I might cut chunks off of this first. After like 10 years of sanding, I finally got the shape that I want. These spots I will carve out, you know what I mean? This back fin, I will add another fin. I was thinking about doing the same up here, but I think I kind of want that whole fin up top to just stay like that. Yeah, time to get it down to the size that I want this way now. So now I have to line up and draw up a drawing of the shape I want my lure to be.
It's what's some saying. No need to back in there wall, huggy. Back in there wall, huggy. Hey man, say man, we got Uncle Phil, you feel me?
Alright, so don't mind that line, I kind of messed up where how thick I wanted this, but I got it to where I wanted it. I don't need that anymore on there. That's not a problem. Let me go sand that off. Now I'm going to draw lines around the whole thing of where I want to round off everything at. And then I will mark the spots where I want to put the tail in and do all that. But yeah, this seems strong enough to keep this tail on. So I want to keep the tail on, but I'll add little fins. I'll probably carve fins on the side. But the top fin, I'll carve that. And then I'll probably just add a little piece of wood down here, or plexiglass. But I'll be back when I add all the lines to them. I do want to give a special shout out to Marling Baits for his YouTube channel and teaching people on how to make cool lures like these. And I'll tag his channel in the description of this video. But this is just a special, I guess, thank you to him for teaching me such a cool art. But Thanks, man. I'm back, and I've traced out kind of how fat I want the sides. All the edges are going to be cut away. Do not mind the mess that I've made on the top and bottom of this. I've just got mental notes of where I want everything, and it's kind of hard to explain what I've done to it, but I'll explain that that's where I'm gonna put the top fin, and I'm gonna add another bottom fin here. I might cut off the tail and add a piece of plexiglass as the tail, just because I don't know if that's gonna snap off, because if that's thin, I'll try to snap it, and if it snaps, then I'm gonna cut it like that, make a notch and put some plexiglass in it for the tail and just paint over it. So I'm gonna start carving, and I will get back to you in a little bit. All right, so after a long while of sanding and carving later, this is what I've came up with for the basic shape of my Pondie. All right, so I got the detail lines basically just in kind of like the, the spot that I want them. Now time to cut them out.
Alright, YouTube, as you can see, it is the next day, and I've added some little fins to my Pondie. I haven't gotten the details carved out yet, but I just wanted to get those glued in to where I wanted them, because that was a pain in the butt to do, because they're so tiny. I was gonna do the tail, but I mean, I think it looks better like that. But yeah, I got it kind of straightened out. Got it as straight as I could. Same with the bottom one. This is kind of slanted, but that don't matter. It's a lure. It's not gonna kill it that it's a little deformed, but as long as it looks like a Pondie, I'm happy with it. And so far, it's looking good. When I get the details cut out and all that, it'll start looking better. But I think it looks good so far. Sorry for the, lighting. I'm not like a professional YouTuber. I don't know those types of things. I just, thought about this idea. I was like, screw it, why not? Let me try to record it as much as I can. But hopefully I'm doing a, good enough job to where you guys can keep along with what I'm doing. But, so far it's coming. I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if you hear me coughing or, sniffling in the video. I'm just taking my time, letting the blade do the work, letting the blade shape how I want it, because this wood is, like I said, very soft, and I do not want to have to super glue and on a little tiny piece. So I'm just kind of, you know, shaving as well as trimming very, very, very tiny pieces off at a time to try to get these lips how I want them. And I mean, it might not look exactly how it does in the game, but that's okay as long as it kind of, well, mostly looks like a Pondie. That's okay to me. And hopefully it looks okay to you guys. But yeah, I'll show you guys when I have it all carved out how I want it. But hopefully you guys see, you know, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing to the whole, you know, the gills and the fin back here on each side. Not the eye though. I'll be drilling out and doing something special with that, so I'll probably do a little bit of detail on the fin back here as well, just to make it, you know, look, see a thieves like. Okay, swabbies, I'm back. And I have sealed the wood. And as you can see, I've put some lead and super glue baking soda over that. So now I can test it to see what it does in the water. Let's see if it sits upright, floats, sinks, you know. I'm gonna see what it does, and I'll see you when I figure out how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so after trial and error, sorry about my pruny hands because I've been putting this thing in and out of water for the past 45 minutes. I had to add some more lead. So what I did with this is I put in split shots, just normal split shot weights in the hole that I drill, and then I'll, you know, just pour or melt solder. Yeah, just a roll of solder. I just melt that on top of the lead weights to give it, you know, because I don't have a lead pot, and I make it do what it do. So yeah, I'm at this point. Don't worry about how messed up that looks. That's, you know, smoothed down and super glued over. Kind of got a little tiny hump, but I'm not worried about that. So it gets super tight. It wants to, you know, move a little bit. All right. And you see it's got some pull on it. So when you're done, it should look something like that, and you cut it to size. All right, so with these pieces, the little hardwares, you want to get a drill bit that's either the same size or a size smaller, because you want a tight fit, but you want a loose enough fit to where you can get squeeze out on the super glue to where it can cover every one of these ridges and seal it to the wood, because you do not want these to pull out or else you lose your lure. So after you get to the point of you need to put your hardware in, you need to find out exactly where you're going to put it. So I need mine straight across from here, right? So the first one, I mean, if you're smart, unlike me, you get a center dot. I don't know if you can see that on camera. You can see that though. That's where my front hole is going to go. And then my back hole will go right there. And then for the bottom one, I want it in the middle of the body, about right there.
So I'm going to make a hole right where I put that lead. And that solder, you can kind of see it right there. Don't worry about this fin. It just kind of looks wonky because of what's going on the bottom and the top one. But once it's painted, you're not even going to be able to notice. Yeah, so I'm going to drill these holes out and I'll be right back. I just want to get these as center and straight as I can possible. Alright, so I got my holes drilled out exactly where I wanted them. And as you can see, I have these just, there's no wiggle room. Just can't wiggle. They're all a very, very snug fit. As you can see, that's my hardware for my hooks. This one's kind of loose, but that's okay. I will jam pack it, fill. I kind of wiggled that one a little bit. That one's kind of loose compared to these other ones. But yeah, it'll work. I might have to make these ones a little bit looser. But yeah, it works. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get my super glue from inside. I'm just gonna fill this hole up until I can't anymore. It's just slowly gonna seep in the super glue all the way to the bottom of the hole. And I'm just gonna keep doing that until I think I've got enough in there. Some air bubbles went in there. That's bad. Stop, bubbles. Alright, as you can see, it's kind of overflowed. Alright, let me get this as straight as I can where I want it. Just keep some steady pressure in, like so. I'm sorry for my botched hands. I'm a working boy. I do manly things, like make lures. I have also made my own bass boat from a John boat before, but I traded it for my PC setup right now, so I don't have that anymore. But I will be trying to get another one, a bigger boat to work on. So stay tuned because I will be recording that one as well. It'll probably take longer because, you know, it's a boat, but it works. So I got that as good as I want it. Now for the next one. This is some of the most satisfying part for me because this is where it starts to look like a lure. Because the hardware, all you need to have to do is put hooks on it. Alright, super glue. Don't fail me. Please don't fail me now. Alright. I'm just gonna do it the lazy way. And you see why that's the lazy way. There's super glue everywhere now. Alright. I need to turn this around. There we go. That looks a lot better. Look at that. Looks way better. It was like all off put. If I flipped that around, it wouldn't be center. What? It's okay. Just gonna spread all this super glue and mess my hands up even more. Oh, you can see the super glue's destroying my hands. But at least it peels off, and that's okay. Okay, so that one's in there. That is not coming out. We just give a little bit more of a push on it. There, now the bottom one. Come on, super glue. Okay. May or may not have to do this one the lazy way too, because that super glue doesn't want to go into the hole that I made. Lazy way it is. I like the way that clipped into place. Want to turn this one around? Yeah, we'll turn that one around. Keep it like that. Okay. I'm sorry if I keep going off camera. Like I said, I'm new at this. You gotta bear with me. I'm trying here. Alright. That looks pretty good. We got a Pondie lure. Now off to the fun part. I get to paint this now. I'm so happy with how that came out. Wow. Proud of myself with this one. Okay, so it kind of looks messed up. I know that, but it looks better in real life. I still have to sand the super glue down after this dries. I kind of like added tuple of wood sawdust to it to just kind of like thicken it up a little bit, because this is super thin super glue and I don't have any thick right now. I kind of got the tongue dirty, which I'm upset about, which is, it's not too bad. Yeah, it looks really good. Now after that dries, I'm just gonna sand it and then I'll start painting it. Alright, so I got it all sanded down. I promise this is all smooth, even though it looks botched. I'm going to add eyeballs on it now. And as you can see on here, these are kind of hard. And Marling baits, I mean, I don't have the money to, you know, buy a bunch of dead meat customs eyes that he uses. He's got like the baller eyes where they look all realistic and stuff. But I figured out a way to make my own kind of, you know, realistic eyeballs that kind of pop out like that, and that's hot glue gun. And I just, you know, kind of take it, piece of paper or something like an eraser, and kind of rub it until I get it, you know, the size I want. And what I do is I take a box cutter and I just cut as straight as I can down the sides. And I got an eyeball. I do that on each side. Try to get them the same length. And now you can see those are my eyeballs that I'm going to be using for this guy. So I need to drill out a hole and put those there. I got the eyeballs put in. Let's go. They're looking really good. It's kind of looking like a Pondie now, huh? I'm so excited. This is gonna look so good. Those eyeballs are in there. As you can see, it's kind of looking like a Pondie. I got the base coat on. That's what it's looking like. Look pretty good. You can kind of see the details in the tail. And the little nick marks in its lip and up there. But yeah, it's looking good so far. It took me a little bit to get it where I wanted it to, but I got it to where I wanted it. Fade wise into the blue. So I love that the splatter came out on the light blue as well. It kind of looks cool to me. It might not to you, but I like it. Alright guys, I'm sad. It started raining. But that didn't stop me from working on the Pondie. I got the fins painted a little bit. I decided I'm going to paint the white on the belly because it looked like I would be able to paint it. So I still got a couple more spots of pink to hit. I'm gonna do the black on the outline of all the detail. It's looking really good so far. I do gotta do some white around the fins and some white spots, but yeah, it's looking really good. So after 2 hours of hand painting, this is what I came up with. I had added gray, a little bit of gray splotches to the bottom because, you know, that's what it kind of looked like. But yeah, so far it looks really good. Still raining a little bit. But yeah, all I gotta do is the eyeballs, and that's it. I'll clear coat it and go fish with it. Hopefully I can catch something. It did just rain, so I might have to wait a couple days for the water level to go back down, but yeah, I think this looks amazing. Alright guys, I just finished clear coating it. I think it looks like a Pondie. I think I did a pretty good job on it, man. I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I got it pretty close. Didn't have to look exact to be perfect for me. As long as it looked somewhat like a Pondie, I was happy. But I'm gonna put a couple layers of clear coat on this and I'll get back to you guys with the hardware on. I'm here at my fishing spot. That wasn't there before. It's been raining like crazy, so I might not be able to catch a fish. Alright guys, I'm back on the water. This time I'm in the water and yeah, I'm gonna be fishing with a Pondie. All I brought was the rod and some pliers that I'm not about to pull out right now because they're tucked in my waders. But yeah, I'm gonna be walking up and down this same stretch of water. I've been fishing up there at that side of the bridge before and haven't gotten anything, so I'm gonna be walking. Actually, I might actually go upstream. Yeah, I'll be walking upstream today. I got on the water right there. So I had one nibble on it, but it came off. And I think it was just an aggressive creek chub because they will attack almost about anything they can get their mouths on. Hopefully I don't slip and fall, but yeah, hopefully we catch something. I'm gonna go walk and find some deeper spots to fish this in because this isn't really that good on these shallow spots. So I'll get back to you when I find some spots. For those that are wondering what I'm using, I'm just using like this Walmart Real Tree combo that was on clearance at Walmart. So, I mean, when it comes to creeks and all that, I kind of get down and dirty. So I use rods and reels that I don't really care that get messed up if I drop it in the water or whatnot. I'm not boat fishing right now, so I don't need anything crazy. I fly fish a lot. That's my bougie rod and reel combo. I spent quite a bit on mine. Alright. I'm gonna try to set my phone up so you guys can watch me cast somehow, but I mean, I haven't had the best luck with it. So if I catch a fish, I will let you guys know. I've been fishing with this Pondie for like 4 days now and haven't caught anything on it. But that's just because the water temperatures are still kind of cold and they've been going up and down. And these fish have been through a lot this past month or two. I'm pretty sure there's a turtle way down there on that log. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but we'll see it when we walk down there. A lot of turtles have been popping out. Maybe I can catch one. Maybe I can catch a snake if they're out. Hopefully. I haven't fallen yet. I have not fallen yet while wading in the water. And I hope today is not the day. Everything seems extra slippery because everything's growing. It's springtime. All the trees. I'm just walking up here. It's kind of shallow all throughout here. Goodbye. Didn't mean to scare you, my friend. Yeah, I'm just walking. Oh. I know this beach is more sandy than a lot of the other ones over here. Not up there, but in the water, it's a lot more sandy. I don't know if you can see how sandy the bottom is, but it's pretty sandy. So much easier to walk over here. Alright, I'm trying to get a couple casts in there, so my phone is at 15%, so in order to walk all the way up and down, I will record if I hook onto a fish and pray and hope it stays on while I try my best to record it. So it's a perfect fishing day. I'm out here. I walked all the way from up there. And I'm gonna walk all the way up there. So yeah, I'm gonna get a couple casts, and if I hook onto one, let's just pull my phone back out. Alright, so kept walking up. Haven't had any luck so far. Came from way down there. And yeah, I'm about to go fish this little pool right here because I've caught a bunch of big fish in there before, and maybe in here if I can. It's pretty shallow right here, but it gets deep under all those trees. So yeah, I'm gonna walk over here. It looks scary, but it's not. I mean, it can't be, but it's too shallow. If I were to fall, I could just get back up. It would hurt, yes. Just go up more. If there's a fish in there, I don't want to disturb it. I want to catch it. And for the people wondering if I'm gonna scare the fish right here from right there, I've caught steelhead standing right here and catching steelhead that amount of distance away. So, I mean, these fish are in their holes, they're staying in their holes. Unless you get in that hole completely. Yeah, this is the hole I'm gonna be fishing. So I'm trying to get right there. All right. I will pull my phone out if I catch something, because my phone is going to die if I keep recording. Oh my God, boys. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera. I did it. I caught a smallie on a Pondie. I caught him down there. I cast it out about down there. Oh, please don't come off. I think he's tired. He's been simming. I mean, he kind of came in pretty easy, but oh my God. Please, please. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please. Thank you. Oh my God, I did it. I did it. Let me grab my. I'm gonna grab my. Ah, here we go. Please. You're okay, buddy. There we go. Oh my God, he's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's so gorgeous. He snapped at that tail. Oh my God. Yeah, I was so determined to catch a fish on it. See the other side of him. He's a good foot long. This is the size I was, expecting to eat him or to just take a snip at him. These fish are probably really aggressive right now. Look at his belly. His belly's really full. Very beautiful fish. Let's get him back in the water quick. You're all right, buddy. I know you've been probably swimming in that current all day. Oh my God, look at the top of him. He's so beautiful. You're all right, buddy. Go ahead. You chilling? Just let him breathe some water. They said this current's moving pretty quick. I caught him like directly in it, so he's probably super tired. He's flapping though. Probably just needs a minute. You wanna go, buddy? If you look at his fins, I'm holding on to him, man. If you look at his fins, they just spawned, so their fins are all beat up like that. So they're all super exhausted. Oh, there he goes. That was so unexpected. But yeah, they're all just, you know, really tired right now because they've all, you know, laid their eggs and fanned them for, you know, a day, 2 days, a week, however long they fan them for. So that makes me really happy to see that he just, you know, was really relaxed and took his time. But he's good. You saw he was full of energy and, you know, zoomed off out of my hand once he was comfortable. So, but yeah, that was a super beautiful fish. He's just gonna go sit back in there where I caught him. Yeah, that was super fun. I walked for about, I don't know, a mile upstream. I was fishing over here, like you saw, and then I came back down over here. Thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed the video with the Pondie lure. Yes, I've brought water for this trip because it was a while. I've been out here for about 2 hours walking around in that water, and it was a sweaty one. So like, subscribe, comment on which lure you want me to do next, and I will be more than happy to make it and catch a fish on it. I do want to just branch out from Sea of Thieves content, but I will always fall back on Sea of Thieves content. That will always be a game that I do play. So I've always wanted to make fishing content. So if you like the fishing content, let me know down below, and I will show you guys more of the stuff that I do, like fly fishing, or, you know, just spinner rod or bait caster, or catfishing or carp fishing. And yeah, I'd be more than happy to show you guys of what I know and what I've learned. My dad taught me how to fish when I was younger, and oh my god, look how many turtles there are. Oh my god, I told you guys there were turtles out. There are so many turtles sitting on there. There's some down here, and then there's so many just piled up on each other right here. That's so funny. But yeah, I appreciate every one of you guys. Just let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'd be more than happy to do it. Peace.